I'm gonna find One Piece, and then I'll be king of the pirates!
One Piece, the popular comic and anime series featured on Cartoon Network and Shonen Jump, makes another video game appearance in Grand Adventure. The newest addition to the franchise preserves the brawling spirit we last saw in Grand Battle, and now features a free-roaming single-player campaign. This would seem like a good move, but it's not substantial enough to make Grand Adventure feel like anything more than just a mediocre expansion.
I'm so sorry!
Monkey D. Luffy returns as the Straw Hat leader on a never-ending journey to find the legendary One Piece treasure and become King of the Pirates. This is the premise for the Grand Adventure mode, in which you start off as Luffy and embark on the aforementioned High Seas quest. The map system consists of several island formations that you can cruise to and from. Along the way, you'll take part in rumble battles with several hooligans at a time, or a one-on-one match with a pirate to earn experience points, level up, and gain passage to the next island. Aside from the brief inclusion of minigame challenges like Box Crusher or Spot Build Duck Race, which you can unlock in your special games menu, smacking people around makes up the majority of this repetitive routine. Earning enough experience points at the end of a battle will qualify you to upgrade your character's special attacks and stats. This, along with being able to unlock new support characters and pirates to use in battle, does provide a small dose of incentive for you to continue on. By completing specific objectives, you're able to select 4 new captains set at progressively higher difficulty levels and play through their adventures as well. That is, if the adventure you're on hasn't already worn out its welcome. The second mode is Grand Battle, which focuses more on fighting and minigames, and consists of several sub-modes you can play against the computer or a friend. While this mode is easier to pick up and play, the characters and levels available are contingent on what you've unlocked in the adventure mode. Not to mention the gameplay, and even the title, are directly lifted out of the previous GameCube and PS2 releases of the same name. Then there's the Versus mode, which is full of arcade-style rumbles. You adjust your settings, choose a character and level, and go at it. Or you can enter the Arena mode, where you button mash your way up the rankings against the computer. You can also set up a tournament bracket to battle it out for the championship, and when you need to brush up on your skills or master a few combos, there's a training mode. Lastly, the minigames themselves are available in the Special Games mode. There are 8 total to unlock and play, which is fairly slim when compared to Mario Party or Super Monkey Ball. It may seem like there's plenty of fun to be had, but you can only play with one other friend. Developing the game with a multi-tap converter in mind would have been ideal. But even if you have a trusty mate to spar with, or an affinity for party or fighting games, none of the modes have enough variety to keep you swashbuckling for very long. The game has a boisterous cartoon style, but like everything else, it's been Xeroxed straight from the previous franchise titles.
Let's do it again!
Win!
Given the premise and target audience, the game's controls are quite easy to pick up. X and O are the primary attack buttons, while triangle jumps and square picks up items or performs a throw. By tapping these, in conjunction with the L and R triggers, you can perform combos and special attacks. For more info on your particular character's abilities, you can bring up a command chart by pressing Start during play. The buttons won't take you too long to learn though, because they're basically the same for each character. At the outset of the game, your stamina bar and skill gauge meter are minuscule, but as you gain experience points and level up, your character will grow in strength. This is important because your special and secret attacks will cost you a certain amount of your skill gauge. The skill gauge is replenished when you grab coins by breaking open numerous item boxes which magically appear during battles. These also contain several different items for you to use against your opponent. They can mean the difference between a win or a loss, and give the combat much needed variety. For the lazy gamers out there, the use of support characters is perhaps the only big addition to the fighting. By pressing L1 and square twice, your support character is summoned and helps you out in battle in his or her way at the cost of 1 skill gauge point. They may not be the smartest pirate partners, but at the very least, they can distract and confuse your opponents.
You gotta do it!
For a game that's rated teen, the latest One Piece doesn't provide the flair that a teen's attention requires, unless you're a rabid fan of the television series. The extra single-player campaign doesn't add anything new, but merely rehashes the minigame and battle play we've seen before. The game feeds on the franchise's success, rather than taking an opportunity to build upon it, making it less of a grand adventure and more like a mediocre vacation.
Wanna join up?